places. Well, our first segment on today's Big Blend Radio Vacation Station Travel Show takes us to one of our Love Your Parks tour destinations, California-Sequoia-Country. It's right in the heart of California, Central California. It is known for its beautiful big trees, the giant sequoias, its awesome communities, agricultural communities, as well as art communities, all through Tulare-County. And, of course, so you were talking about Kings Canyon, Sequoia-National Parks. We're talking about Giant Sequoia-National Monument and Sequoia-National-Forest. And just a beautiful area. So everyone check out discoverthesequoias.com. We're hoping to get back there in the spring so we can revisit all of our favorite places, and go to new places and see our friends and make new ones. So we've got 5 special guests joining us from the Sequoia Tourism Council. Again, their website is discoverthesequoias.com. And obviously, you know, California's been going through some wildfires, as has this area. We're also dealing with all the COVID issues, so social distancing is a very important thing when you travel. So I always encourage you to go to the websites and the websites of our guests to keep up with what's happening, but not to not travel. If you can go out and you're comfortable to do it, hopefully you'll get out to one of the most iconic places in our country. So I'm going to bring our first guest on, is Cynthia Kawasaki. She is from the Sequoia and Kings Canyon National Parks. Her website is, or the park's website is nps.gov/SEKI. So welcome back, Cynthia. How are you?
Thanks for having us, Lisa.
Hey, it's good to have you. Good to hear your voice. I know you guys have been really busy. How are things going? I know that you had to close the parks for a little bit, but it looks like you're kind of reopening.
Yes, we are fully open at this time. It's definitely smoky, and air quality is a little poor. But the parks are open, and so we're still seeing visitors coming through the gates.
Okay, that is awesome. That is awesome. And I know, we've got winter coming up, and we're hoping you guys have a lot of good snowfall, right? Don't you need that for the parks right now?
We're always hoping for a good snow year, and let's keep our fingers crossed, and let's hope it gets here soon, maybe with some rain to help with the wildfires.
Yeah, because Sequoia-National-Forest, I know Denise Alonso was going to be on the show from the Sequoia-National-Forest and Giant Sequoia-National Monument, which is all connected to the parks. That's one of the beautiful things about the areas. You've got the forest, the monument, and both national parks all connected. And these parks are iconic. These are one of our first parks in America. So I know that they're still battling some of those fires. Is that part of the air quality right now is from that?
Definitely, yes. We're seeing some ash in the air, and we're still being affected by these wildfires. But yeah, when you come to visit Sequoia and Kings Canyon National Parks, you get kind of a 2-for-1 deal, because as you drive through both parks, you also go through the U.S. Forest Service. And so you get to have different experiences all on one trip. So it's always a good little package.
And the thing is to also go to your website, right? Because you guys are pretty good at, all the alerts. So check the website before they drive up for visitors.
Definitely. I tell people that typically we try to update the website about 20 to 30 minutes before we make any public announcements. So if you're staying up to date on our website, you may see things before it actually goes live. So that's the best place for the most up-to-date and current information.
Mm-hmm. And I know with snow coming, I'll cross fingers, get it soon. I know that certain portions of Kings Canyon close, and some of the concessions kind of closed down a little bit because it's, a little less visitorship, but you can still get up there. It's snow chains if you need it, if it's a big snow. But things like you can still do the iconic things like see the sequoias and places like the giant forest, right? You can go there and go on the Big Trees Trail. That's probably that and the General Sherman and General Grant trees. That's got to be some of the most popular places for folks coming through, even on a day trip.
Definitely. You can still see giant sequoias, whether you come in through the Kings Canyon side or the Sequoia side. Once we get enough snow, the road between the parks closes down, but you can access each park individually. And we have the General Grant tree on the Kings Canyon side and the General Sherman tree on the Sequoia side. Both parks get plenty of snow. We get a lot of visitors coming out for snow play, for enjoying the trails. There's nothing like a big giant sequoia with its red-brown bark standing out against the white snow. It's a magical experience, and I definitely recommend it to anyone that comes to see the giant sequoias.
And isn't there an event, a special event every December for the General Grant tree? Because it's the only, isn't this the only living national monument we have for our armed forces?
Yes, it's called the Trek to the Christmas Tree event. It's been going on for over 95 years now, and it's the second Sunday of December, and it's hosted actually by the Sanger Chamber of Commerce, and it's a lovely event. There's carolers, but of course this is COVID year, so we're looking into ways that we can still have that experience for our visitors, maybe just a little bit differently this year.
Yeah, and it's something I think iconic to go to any time of year, really. When it's a memorial, we're looking at, Veterans Day is coming up as well in November 11th. So it's if you can get out there, definitely try to do it. It's so beautiful. I do want to bring our next guest on too. Is also connected with parks. Katie Whiteman is joining us again from Sequoia Parks Conservancy, really an awesome organization that really supports our parks and forests. Go to sequoiaparksconservancy.org. So, Katie, welcome back. How are you?
Thank you so much. It's good to be back. Doing good. Cynthia talking about the sequoias in the snow just made me really excited about winter. So yeah, we're looking forward to a change of seasons here in the park, and yeah, looking forward to snowshoeing around the giant forest, and also fall in the park. Fall in the park is just gorgeous, and so once that smoke clears, we can be able to get out and enjoy those fall colors.
And I know the smoke will clear, and hey, we're all used to wearing masks now, so I'm just saying.
Exactly.
Be healthy and safe, though, please. Everyone, everything we talk about, please be safe and don't go places you don't feel comfortable with. But, fresh air is a good thing, and it will come, as we go through things. But, as time goes by, I should say, Katie, I know that Sequoia Parks Conservancy really has a lot of programs that they do, and I know that it had to kind of wrap down a little bit this year with COVID and everything. Are you going to still be doing any programs this year?
Yes, we hope to continue our programs into the winter. Like Cynthia said, seeing the giant sequoias in the snow is probably it's worth the trip. They're just beautiful. The contrast between the snow and the trees is just incredible. We will be offering our 3 different programs this winter. One is a Discover Your Parks Your Way, which is what we like to call custom adventures. And so these are private tours that are arranged ahead of time, where we create an adventure that's completely customizable to the visitor's need. And so we work with the visitors one-on-one to design an itinerary that fits all their needs. And so that's one of our favorite things to do. So that's Discover Your Parks Your Way. We also have our as the season changes, as we go from fall to winter, we have a Walk Among the Giants, also another private group. We are really just trying to keep it to family groups for our tours. We're not doing any public groups, just private, small private family groups to not mix outside of households. And the Walk Among the Giants is a 2-hour walk where we take people around the giant forest. And when the snow starts to fall, those will convert from hikes to snowshoes. And so nothing will really change. We'll just strap on some snowshoes and enjoy the trees in the summertime. And then we'll also have our Wonders of the Night Sky program, which is where we take people out at night. The summer sky is beautiful, but also the winter sky here in Sequoia and Kings Canyon is something to really get out and enjoy. And so we love taking people out underneath the stars in the wintertime. We encourage lots of layers and some hot chocolate and a blanket, but we teach people about the stars year-round, and we love taking people out in the wintertime as well.
Yeah, the winter, it always seems like the sky is clearer in winter for some reason. Obviously not when it's snowing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it just seems crisper
you have a
and clearer.
Much crisper sky. Yeah.
That's cool. And the other thing too, I wanted to touch on the Sequoia, Parks Conservancy. You guys really do help support the parks. Do you do any kind of gift packages for people looking, for holiday gifts for their friends and loved ones that love the sequoias?
You know what? That's a great question. I was actually just talking to someone about this the other day. We do have our online store where people can shop in the visit. Like, it was kind of like being in a visitor center store, in a park store that we call them. So they can find all those items of educational products and, you know, fun magnets and shirts and books that you would be able to purchase in a park store. You can find all of that online. And I feel like those are always really great gifts for the holiday season. And we are actually considering, too, folding in Field Institute experiences into some of that gift wrap packaging.
Oh.
There's not a system for it yet, but we are hoping for maybe something in the future. So stay tuned.
Oh, that's awesome. And the other thing, you know, we look at, when it comes to, there's always Giving Tuesday right after, you know, Thanksgiving, and you think about that. So you take donations, right? Just got to say.
Absolutely. We love donations. And we actually have a really fun event in November. It's actually an entirely virtual event, so it's not happening in the parks. It's entirely virtual, but it's a virtual race that is called Running Wild to Whitney. And we are encouraging people to sign up for the Running Wild to Whitney on our website, where people will virtually complete the distance from Crescent Meadow to Mount Whitney. So again, not racing in the park. This is not an in-park race. This is all virtual. But we're encouraging people wherever they're at to get out, maybe in their neighborhood and walk, or on some of their local trails, or even if it's just a stationary bike inside their home. We're hosting this virtual race where we are encouraging people to join with us on a fundraising campaign and just walking or hiking or running, swimming, cycling, anything that they want to do, having the whole month of November to walk the 61.5 miles.
I think that's important because I know what happens in the holiday season, and I think this whole, you know, COVID shutdowns, we've all been really naughty. Whether it was getting the food from our favorite restaurants, picking it up, or getting our wine deliveries, or baking, and, you know, to get outside is really good. So I think this is really good. And I know, especially in your area, and that this is something people can do around the world. I want to say that, you know, the whole COVID thing has been trying for everyone across the country and around the world. But there's also this online community that has happened. I know eventually it's like, we really want out, you know. But at the same time, people have kind of explored virtually and started to plan trips. And some of, as soon as they can, just get out there. And I know a lot of our tourism friends, and whether they're hoteliers or visitor bureaus, are like, suddenly people just like, I'm here now, I'm coming, I'm on my way, I'm getting out of the house. So it's a very different year, but these virtual events give people this amazing insight of what they can see and do around our country. And definitely look at the Sequoia and Kings Canyon, iconic places. So whenever you can do that, do it. I want to go over into our communities, because this is the other thing. Our communities, our small towns, our small businesses are so important. And, you know, if you're going to shop for the holidays, it's really great also to support places like Sequoia Parks Conservancy, because, Katie, your fundraising helps Sequoia and Kings Canyon Parks, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, we're the official nonprofit to Sequoia and Kings Canyon National Parks. And our goal is to really, you know, fund and enable projects and programs that protect, preserve, and also provide access to the natural and cultural resources of Sequoia and Kings Canyon. So we really try to work with the parks and support the parks in any way that we can, and through that funding and through that enabling.
Oh, and speaking of that, you know, I got to go back to you, Cynthia. Cynthia, isn't Veterans Day free? Is that one of the free days for the parks?
It is. It's our last fee-free day of the year, so we definitely encourage everyone to take advantage of that.
And then on the other side, for gifts, what about park passes? People can buy park passes for gifts.
That's right. Yep, and those are available online as well.
Oh, okay. And can people get them right now if they come to the parks? Buy them directly, like just for Sequoia and Kings Canyon, or for the one that goes for all of them, all the parks?
Yep, people can buy the annual pass.
Oh, okay. So there you go, people. NPS.gov for that, and also especially when you go into the parks and can do that. But Sandy Blankenship, she is from the Exeter Chamber of Commerce. She runs that. She is the president, or I was going to say executive director, along with her sidekick, Walter the cat. He is the town greeter, and he's been greeting people for quite a while. And so I encourage you to go to their website, exeterchamber.org. So, Sandy, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you ladies doing?
Oh, we're doing good. We're doing good. We're in Pennsylvania watching the fall leaves and remembering being out in your area a few years ago during the fall. And yeah, it is beautiful, and we miss you guys, and we're hoping to see you in April or May, whenever we can get there. We're on our way. The car is already programmed. She's ready to roll over soon and see you and Walter. But Exeter, this is one of those communities. I know we're going to talk with Donette over in Tulare and Jessica in Porterville. And there's also Visalia, there's Dinuba, there's Springville. There's all kinds of beautiful agricultural and art communities like Three Rivers to visit in these areas. But Sandy, coming downtown to Exeter, you've definitely, with all the murals and the shops, you do have social distancing activities for people, no matter what time of year.
We do. Right now, we just launched our Scarecrow Contest. It's our 9th annual. It goes through to the end of October, so you can come through at your leisure and visit the businesses and see all the creative scarecrows, and there's some really great ones this year. Every year I think they can't top it, but then they do. It's been fun. We have about between 25 and 30, because we have some that are up that aren't necessarily registered with us, but they participated anyway. So you'll find a few surprises along the way.
Oh, cool. That is so – I love that. We've been there when you guys were doing the scarecrows and murals, too. We've been on both sides of that and watched people paint. We've watched people put scarecrows up. It is super cool. So
right,
murals,
and it is it is a contest, so you can go to our website and you can go to the Scarecrow, check the Scarecrow button, and you can see pictures of them all, and you can vote for your favorite one. So no matter where you're at in United States or abroad, you can go onto our website and vote for a scarecrow.
Yeah, I want Wurzel Gummidge, and he's a character from England, and he's like kind of a scarecrow. So I think someone needs to do a Wurzel Gummidge. Is there a theme this year?
No, we kind of did away with the theme. We just have a tagline. It's Exeter Scarecrow Contest, something to crow about, and so people can just go from all over and just, they can do whatever they want.
I think this year everybody just needs to do whatever they want to do. I think we need that. But I do want a Wurzel Gummidge. So if we ever get back there in the fall, can I build one? Can Nancy and I build one with Priscilla, our little sock monkey? She wants to come out. We can build one. I want to do Wurzel Gummidge because he's English. And Exeter, you guys have ties to England. For those who haven't heard about this, you've even been to England and had scones with the mayor, right, of Exeter.
We did. We visited the Lord Mayor of Exeter in the UK, and it was fabulous. It was a female mayor at the time. They don't change the title depending on the gender. They just everybody's a Lord Mayor. But she was very delightful. Welcomed us with open arms and was very kind and told us all about what she does and all the pomp and circumstance that surrounds that type of position. But anyway, it was very exciting. It's not something that happens every day. We're kind of used to seeing our mayor on a regular basis around here, but that's not necessarily the case in the Exeter area of UK. So yeah, it was quite a privilege.
So the other thing too, it is neat. I think it's really neat to have these ties. Let's talk about shopping in Exeter, because you have antique stores, you have boutiques, you have the Mercantile. Now, do you go into the Mercantile for shopping? Because that's got to be, you can get something for everyone there. We always talk about that, Mercantile.
Yes, it's a very unique store. It's probably one of the last few, at least in the California area, where you can buy your hardware and even buy a tractor or a cart, like the mules that you ride. Now, not a animal mule, but the mules that you ride on in orchards and that sort of thing for farming. And then on the other side, they sell fine china and gifts and high-end jewelry. So, yeah, you have a little bit of something for everyone.
Oh, and hey, how's the citrus production? Isn't it ready? Isn't it this time of year that you start getting oranges?
It's gearing up. We're still probably another month or so away from that. It's more in the winter time, but yeah, it's gearing up.
That's something you can get over the holidays is oranges and citrus. I mean, Exeter and Tulare-County is really one of the top producing agricultural destinations or communities in the country, right? How many crops? I think it's like 200 or something. 200 crops.
Oh, there's probably just about anything you would want to consume can be found in Tulare County. Yes.
Including cheese, and that takes me to Dawnette because she knows about dairy, and what Dawnette knows is definitely about shopping. Dawnette Silva Carter is the CEO and Executive Director, I can say it, of Tulare Chamber of Commerce, and Tulare knows all about dairy. You can go to their website, tularechamber.org. So how are you doing, Dawnette?
I am doing great. And yes, you'll find a lot of cheese and milk and other products when you visit Tulare and all of Tulare County. You know, Lisa, that's one of the great things about living here is that you can get everything fresh. I mean, we truly are a region that feeds the world, and we have all types of crops. So you just about anything, you name it, and we grow it here in this area. We produce it. So, yeah, with milk being number one, so we kind of talk about ag is king and dairy is queen, and we have a lot of dairy products. You can definitely get your fresh milk here. You can get your old-fashioned bottled milk here, too, which is so cool.
Unique.
We have a couple of different venues, that do that, and so people really enjoy being able to do that, and they have like the little small to-go bottles, too. So when you're traveling, you're definitely going to need to stop in at Tulare, and you're going to have to check out what we have to offer. And we have one store here in town, Rosa Brothers Milk Company, that also carries other products that are unique to this region. So you can get your fresh chocolates here. You can get Portuguese sweetbread. You can get, we were just talking about the cheese from Land O'Lakes, butter. Let's see what else. There's honey, there are olives, nuts. I mean, they have everything there, and they also do fresh-made ice cream, processing as well. So lots of goodies for you. So we want to always remind everyone that when you come to Tulare County, there are so many flavors of our region. So not just those kinds of things, but also the restaurants that we have available. And of course, we all know, and we mentioned earlier that, COVID has had some impact, but what it's done, too, is to bring some of our restaurants, in the outdoors that maybe had not been before. So they have created some really unique experiences with their outdoor dining. And so you're going to find that when you come to visit us as well. And, of course, I know you mentioned, Lisa, the shopping, right? So,
I know. I know. I'm like, excuse me, does Sandy, do you go shopping with Dawnette? Have you two gone on a shopping spree together? I just want to know because you both like shopping, I know.
We do love shopping. We haven't shopped a lot together, but we have done a time or two. I know she's come over to our festival, and we've shopped around, and and our Thursday night Christmas open houses. I ran into her there.
Fun. And I'm sure that I've seen Sandy a time or two at the outlets here in Tulare.
Oh, of course. We got to spread the wealth a little bit.
That's everyone. That's what's really cool about the area, too, is that you find all types of shopping here. So everything from your smaller boutique-type shopping, definitely have the antique stores in our communities. You have some of the major national chains, and then in an outlet center, of course, you're going to find that. But our outlet center also has some local restaurants, that are in that area as well, and has a great mix and a wonderful place to shop. What I really like, too, about our outlets is that they are very focused on seasonal decorating. So right now, during the Halloween and Thanksgiving, we have Big Jack out there, this huge jack-o'-lantern with all kinds of other fall decor that's there. And then they'll be gearing up, of course, for Black Friday, and they'll have all kinds of Christmas holiday type decor that'll be happening there. So you really get that fun atmosphere year-round with whatever it is that they're celebrating there at the outlets, and just a great place to go out and to shop, and you can eat outside. You can just relax when you're doing your shopping. And then, of course, there's another side, too, of shopping that is resale stores. We have a lot of resale stores, and that certainly is something that's been trending for a while and continues to trend as we all look at that repurposing and, saving our environment, that whole piece that's there, and just looking for those totally unique finds that you want to keep it as it is, or you want to do something, again, to repurpose. And so that's cool. We have a lot of people who visit our community for that as well. So
I like that because you can get your something, and change it up and make it into a Christmas gift as well. And I think also, everybody's affected by the COVID time economically in a different way. Some are doing really well, some are not. So this is a really good way of kind of cutting costs and helping you create something. You could take a skirt that you bought and make it into a dress with something else that you bought. You could be creative with it, and I think that's something we've all kind of learned from COVID is how to be creative about things. So you might as well finish off the rest of the year by continuing to be creative. Just saying.
You know what? And it is really cool. I don't have as much of a creative mind, but I love that when I visit some of those shops, they have the creative mind so they can help me out, with what I want my vision to be, and I might have this idea of, I'd like to, okay, maybe I'm looking for some kind of chandelier types, older pieces that I might want to hang in my yard. Okay, well, you could do this and that to them, and this is how this piece can work for you.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I really like that. I like that people take the extra time and have that excellent customer service, so our guests and our residents, really get great shopping experiences, and you get all kinds, in our community as well as throughout Tulare County. And so all of those unique kinds of things. And, of course, we have, visitors who come here, too, because, seriously, they may not have seen cows except on TV. So where can we go visit? Is there a dairy we can go to? Where are you guys hiding the cows? And they're like, they're hidden in full sight here. So we have Jenny the painted cow when you come visit our office.
Yes, you have to go in the office. Sandy has Walter. Jenny the cow is at Donette's office at the Chamber in Tulare, in downtown Tulare. But, I said that, the milk bottles is unique. I grew up when I was living in England as a little kid. That was, the mail came, the newspaper came, and the milk came in little glass bottles to your door. It's not unique, but it's unique for the times of today.
Absolutely.
I think that's really cool because it gets people to understand that is like farm to door. If you can get it, that's farm fresh, man. I love that you can do that.
Hey.
I want to bring Jessica Brackeen on. Jessica is at the Porterville Chamber of Commerce, the new executive director there, and you can go to portervillechamber.org. In Porterville, Exeter, Visalia, Tulare, all of these destinations are places Nancy and I visited on our tours. And Porterville, listen, they have a beautiful historic downtown, and they also have Plano jerky. Isn't that right, Jessica? Welcome to the show for the first time with us.
Thank you. I appreciate the invite. Yes, we do. We have Plano jerky. They are delicious. They're also great for Christmas gifts. You guys are talking about shopping.
Yeah. So, I think that's what's so cool about Porterville is you've got a lot of those small businesses, just like what Donette was saying with Tulare and Sandy and Exeter, where you can go in and they're really going to take the time to help you.
Definitely. I know Plano Jerky has really great customer service, and I have people call and ask, where can I find this item? And a lot of times it will be at Plano Jerky. They have candy, olives. I have a lot of people that call for olives, and they will ship them anywhere. So I think that's always really helpful when people are looking for olives, because I know that the olive industry has changed kind of dramatically in the last 2 years, and so they're a little bit harder to find.
Yeah. Yeah, olives are important. And then chocolate. I know you have chocolate downtown. That's important.
Yeah.
Stafford,
of course.
Gooey bars. Hello.
Yes.
I know what I want for Christmas.
Stafford's chocolate.
Yeah.
They're the best.
Yes, they are. So downtown, is that open for people to go into shops? And tell us about your situation in regards to restaurants, too.
We are open for outdoor dining. We have a couple of places on our downtown. We have a few new restaurants that have opened up. We have Taco Truck Cantina. They just opened right there on Main, and they have a really great dining area outside. They've put a lot of time and effort into. It looks really nice. Our shopping is all open. We have a Rock Mercantile. They are a newer store that just opened in the last couple of years, and they have amazing, cute little boutique items. There's also Calico Mermaid downtown. I know that's my mom's personal favorite store. It's because they have all her quilting supplies.
Oh, yeah.
I drove by there the other day, and they had a line out the door at like 9 o'clock in the morning, so I had to stop by and see what the fuss was about. They were getting a new fabric shipment.
Don't mess with the quilters, man. Don't.
No.
They'll stab you with their needles to get that fabric. I'm kidding. But you know what I mean? It's like, move over, that's mine. Oh, that's cool. And you know what? That's another thing that's so unique. You know, I think, like quilting is such a big deal, and at the same time, in some places, it's also forgotten. So to even still have that and be able to get it in a downtown or in Porterville, I think that's awesome, that people can go to a quilt store and still have that community feel, you know. That's awesome. Yes. That's awesome.
And all of our restaurants are open for takeout. There's quite a few that have outdoor dining right now, but most of them are still takeout for now, at least.
Okay. But that's cool, because then you can go to take them. That's the thing. Like when we go to parks, Sequoia Kings Canyon, to a forest, to me, the best picnic you can have is from a restaurant or local deli or local store that sells anything that's local. And
of course.
So that's a way we can support. If we're going to go to the parks, is get your food, put in the cooler, take it up to the parks. And that's the thing. It's when we travel, which we do all the time, every day, when we go into a park, we have Cynthia, you got to close your ears, because we do like our wine in the park. So don't tell anybody. You all know us. But we'll sit down at a picnic bench. You have your wine or whatever, or your water, whatever you want. But to actually have something really nice, it shouldn't always be peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I'm just saying, there's no reason you can't have a really fine picnic and enjoy the natural surroundings. Just don't feed the animals, right, Cynthia? That's the thing. We're not allowed to feed the squirrels or the birds.
Don't. And if you buy food from our local restaurants, you won't want to feed the animals, because it's so good. We have too much good food around here to bring peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Yeah, and you could bring one for the bears, right? Because they're at their point, like in the fall, they come out, give me everything, because I'm going to go to sleep for a while.
No.
I know. I'm just messing with you. Just messing with you. Do not do that. Do not do that. Do not. But they're out. Isn't that this is the time when they're saying, hey, we're harvesting. I remember that's when I saw the most bears was in the fall, actually, because they're out harvesting, like scrub worms and stuff.
They are very active, especially in the foothills area right now. They are climbing the trees, eating the nuts. They're trying to fill up for the winter.
Oh, my gosh. Okay, wait. So, Katie, when you're out in the woods and you see a bear, what do you do?
So the most important thing is to keep your distance from wildlife.
Not give them your sandwich?
Not give them your sandwich. Don't approach. I know everybody wants to get pictures, but really the most important thing is to give them their space and to not approach, and to also, we don't want the bears to be comfortable around people. When we approach bears and when we don't establish that boundary of like, hey, get away from me, then that's when bears can start to develop poor behaviors. And so when you see a bear out in the woods, keep your distance, do not approach them, snap a few photos, and then make sure we have this saying in the park, you just yell, go bear, go. And you want to yell at them so that way they kind of run away, so that way they stay wild. We want our bears to be wild. We want all of our wildlife to remain wild. We want them, it's kind of like the idea of that preservation and protection. It's not just about preserving and protecting the trees and, the amazing wilderness, but it's really, we want to preserve and protect our wildlife too. And
during their
having
home.
those, exactly, you're
home.
in their space. Yeah. And so we want to, by respecting their space and not approaching them and not causing them to be habituated to our presence, then they stay wild and they remain the way that they are meant to remain. So.
And plus, we
That would be
don't
my
want to
advice.
see you in those Facebook groups as being the person that gets in trouble, like, and everybody's going to nail you. If your photo
No
ends
one
up
wants
on
to
the
be
news,
that person.
you don't want to be that person, like the person that, like, oh, let me go play with the tiger in the zoo. Don't be that person. But if you do, we're going to watch and I'm going to laugh at you. I'm just saying I'm going to do it. But anyway, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just saying it really is a big deal to let animals still be, because we're there to see them in their natural environment, and it's so cool and amazing. When you have that space, you are going to be witness to amazing things, and it's magical when you can stand back and watch bears eat their berries, and they're happy. Their faces are in pure joy, and you get to watch that. It's like, wow, this is a magical thing. And I know a lot of people that go to Sequoia and Kings Canyon and Sequoia-National-Forest just like, I want to see the bears. I know the big trees are a big deal, but the bears are a big thing to them. Everyone's got their thing to go to. But I want to go back to Jessica. I had to go back to the forest and tell people not to eat feed the animals, Jessica. But something a little different is you've got Lake Success, right? That's also open for people to go out and explore in your backwoods. Your backwoods of Porterville is the lake.
Yes, you do. You can visit the lake. I know that there's not things available to rent, but it's beautiful. I know that we went up and there's a new barbecue place on the way up to the lake, Stony Creek Barbecue, and I grabbed some sandwiches for my family, and we had a nice little picnic, and we went paddle boarding this last weekend, and it was just beautiful. It was so nice. It was calm, and it's a great place to get out. We also have the Tule River Casino is out here, and that is open, and they have the River Steakhouse there that is absolutely delicious. So that is another thing to definitely check out if you're in the area.
We haven't done the casino yet, and Dawnette, we kept saying we were going to do that. You remember?
Yes, we're going to do this. It'll be me and Jessica taking you up this time.
Oh, cool. We want to go.
Casino.
I want to go, but Sandy, we didn't touch on food in Exeter. How's that going right now? Because I know you've got awesome bakeries and oh my gosh, hometown emporium. I mean, come on, you got food over there. Are they open?
Yes, we do. They are. Most are open for takeout, and they are establishing some outdoor tables and chairs so that you can be served outdoors. They're trying to make do best they can, but you can always get takeout if they don't happen to have patios or tables and chairs. As our sidewalks really aren't wide enough for them to do that too well. So, but yeah, we do have a lot of them have patios in the back of their building, and so they're utilizing those and putting a few tables and chairs out in front. But yeah, you can still find lots of great food all throughout Tulare County. I mean, I have my favorites everywhere. Everywhere I go.
Exactly.
I know exactly where I'm going to eat when I go to Tulare or Porterville or Visalia or Dinuba. So yeah, it's great.
Oh, awesome. So in closing, I want to ask each of you your favorite thing when you look at fall or winter. Pick a season, because that's what we're in. It's going to move. It's going to shift, and it might come early and maybe get snow early. So I want to ask each of you, what is your favorite thing to do in Tulare County? And we may have missed something. I don't know if you've got events. Everyone's kind of different on the event thing, so it's your time to tell us about that too. So let's start with you, Dawnette. What are you looking forward to?
Okay, so I am looking forward to the holiday season because we're going to have. Huh? Oh, so I can shop. That's true. Another excuse, right? But no, I mean, really, we are doing this Season of Hope, Light Up the Town type campaign, and so I'm really excited and looking forward to all of the lighting that's going to happen. We're doing a reverse Christmas parade. And, of course, our outlet center is going to be all lit up. So I am looking forward to going and enjoying a wonderful dinner at one of our restaurants and then driving around town to see everything all lit up and strolling through the outlets to do some shopping. So, that's my kind of thing. It will be a lot of fun, and Lisa, yes, we will enjoy some wine at that restaurant we go to and then go out and stroll it off.
Okay.
Enjoy the community for the holidays. I love smaller communities and the holiday season.
Oh, I love that. Sandy, what about you? What are you looking forward to?
I would have to say the holiday season as well. we're not going to have some of our traditional activities here in Exeter, but one of our businesses, Harvest Wealth Group, last year they lit up E Street on the south side of E Street, and it's synced to music, so you can drive down the road, listen to the music, and all the lights are flashing, and we even have the Grinch that comes out and will talk to everyone. I mean, this year probably more of a drive-by kind of thing, but last year during our open houses, he was downtown talking with the kids, and they were all excited to see the Grinch downtown. So I'm looking forward to that, and just all the festive lights, decorations, and then just season of hope. Hopefully 2021 is going to be a better year for us all.
I know. I want a big bottle of champagne for the new year because I need to make a big pop. Done with it.
Hey, Lisa, come over and celebrate with us because it's our that will be my 23rd wedding anniversary. We got married on New Year's Eve, and so we're probably going to have lots of extra champagne this year.
Okay, we're coming. Well, toast to you and Joe right now. And listen, Priscilla says that Joe gets his pink Harley Davidson for that.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, yeah, she has to come over and check out the new at-home office that is filled with Harley Davidson.
Oh, I love that. Well, I think we should have giant bottles of champagne, and we should just pop all the corks all at once, and that will take care of the virus and the fires, because the champagne will take out the fires and, keep us happy while we do it. How about that? That's it. That's my way of taking care of things. Jessica, what are you looking forward to over in Porterville or anywhere in Tulare County?
I'm really looking forward to just having some cooler weather and being able to get outside again. I love, after this, it's so hot here during the summer, and just being able to get outside. And I like to ride bikes with my family and, going hiking, going up to the mountains. Like, that's something that we do all the time. And so I'm just so excited for, the air quality to be better and it just to be nice outside and just be able to really enjoy, like, we live in such a beautiful place, just really enjoy it.
You really do. I mean, the Sequoia-Country, it's just, you guys are in our hearts so much, and we're glad you're all still there, and, and we just want everything to get better sooner. But also, Cynthia, what are you looking forward to? I know you love that snow and those trees.
Yes, I'll second the better air quality. I look forward to having a day off that I can just go up to the parks and cooler weather, fresh, crisp air, just a nice stroll through the woods, and then drive back down to Main Street in Visalia and find some really yummy street dining food that I can enjoy with my husband or with a friend, and just really enjoy the cooler fall weather. I love fall.
I know. It is beautiful, isn't it? It is incredible. So let's go back to you, Katie. What are you looking forward to?
Yeah. Oh, this is such a good question. I love fall and winter in the parks. We don't get a lot of amazing fall colors in California, and when you compare it to the East Coast where you guys are at in Pennsylvania, but the giant forest in fall is incredible. Magic. It is magical. Mm-hmm. It's magical. And so I am excited to get up there and to be able to walk around without smoke getting into my lungs and just enjoy the dogwoods and enjoy the coolness of the
even
the
coming up from the foothills. The foothills are magic too. Yeah.
Oh, everything is just so magical. And so I'm really looking forward to that. And I have not had a pumpkin spice latte yet this year because I'm waiting. I'm being very disciplined and waiting until it's below 80 degrees to get a pumpkin spice latte. And so, because I refuse to get one if it's 100 degrees outside. So I'm looking forward to hopefully getting a pumpkin spice latte and then going for an afternoon hike in the giant forest.
Oh, I love it. Thank you all for joining us here on Big Blend Radio. We can't wait to get back in person. We miss you all. We miss the land. We miss the towns, the communities. You guys are such amazing communities of people, So everybody, again, go to the website, discoverthesequoias.com, and I'm going to give a shout-out also. So for Porterville, go check out portervillechamber.org. You're going to go to Tulare and get some of that cheese and all that good milk. Go to TulareChamber.org and all the shopping. ExeterChamber.org, go there. Lots of good shopping and food and murals. And also for the Sequoia Parks Conservancy, go to sequoiaparksconservancy.org. And for the national parks, go to nps.gov/SEKI. Thank you, ladies. We're going to close off. We always play California music for you, and we have to play this for our friend Josh Pfeiffer. He is very familiar area. He's lived in Central California. I know he loves giant sequoia trees just as much as we do, and he loves California. And this song is California Days. And when this is the perfect song for when the air quality is better, and you can take I think fall, you can still take the roof down of your car if you have one of those cars that can do that, a convertible. That's one of those perfect days to enjoy the fall colors and the ocean and the big trees when you drive up to the Sequoias. So here it is, California Days by Josh Pfeiffer, and you can keep up with him at joshpfeiffer.com. Thanks, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I love California days where the sunshine smiles on every face, where the ocean breezes blow and the swaying palm trees grow. I love California days. Take a drive on down the coast, find the things you love the most, from the Golden Gate to La Jolla Bay. Everybody knows it's true, so there's nothing you can do but pack your bags and head on down this way. California days. California day. I got my sunshade and put the right top down to stay. We could head to Monterey and watch that sunset fade away. I love California days. Take a drive on down the coast, find the things you love the most, from the Golden Gate to La Jolla Bay. Everybody knows it's true, so there's nothing you can do but pack your bags and head on down this way. California day, the California day.